There we go. Edit. You go to edit inputs. Okay, now. Yeah, this should be good. It says that our input is Chris's.
Okay. So where does this go? On the podium?
Yeah. But and this is the one that
We just look at and we start it with, right?
Thank you.
reading it through again?
Yeah.
Have a great speech, Jessica.
I can't spell. Oh crap, I forgot to add in one thing. Oh well. I forgot to add in those arrows to the points on the field, but I added pictures on the side.
Not that court.
Yeah. Oops.
Well, it'll post it on that. That's the book right now. We have all these ones that are on it. Posted there now. I was trying to prevent that. I felt bad about that. We're learning.
Yo, Jessica, you want to test your mic real quick?
Sure.
Say hello.
Hello. Yep.
Right, that's good.
But
picked. Do you want me to move this for you? Put this on when I go up? Do you want me to leave this here or do you?
Just leave it there.
Okay. Oh no, that was the wrong one.
Afterwards, Mr. Kennedy will gather up. I'm leaving town. Right after this, actually. Because I have to drive down to the coast, so. You want to leave that on your podium today? Good afternoon and welcome to Jessica Doby's senior speech. Jessica joined the prep community in 6th grade. During high school, she's played volleyball, theater, and gave cheerleading a try for a couple of years. She's joined today by her parents, Nancy and Lee Doby. Not able to attend is her brother Jacob, who is an alum. Her favorite activity these days is the topic of her speech, hurling. The other choice was talking about her dog, who's doing agility training. So without further ado, please welcome Jessica.
Hurling. Hurling is a sport that I started playing about a year ago and gets me some very confused looks whenever I mention it to people. The two responses I normally get include, like, puking, or, oh, that sport with the brooms. To which I respond, it's a traditional Gaelic sport, similar to a cross between soccer, baseball, and lacrosse. Merriam-Webster defines hurling as an Irish game resembling field hockey, played between two teams of 15 players each. At this time, you might be thinking, what is this strange sport, and how did it come to be? Hurling first appeared in old Irish manuscripts in 1272 BC, and in many Gaelic tales, the heroes were shown as expert hurlers. Matches would take place between neighboring clans or rival parishes, with numerous players on both sides. It wasn't until 1884 that the Gaelic Athletic Association was founded in Thurles, Ireland, that a standard was set for hurling. The equipment needed to play hurling includes a helmet, a hurley, cleats, and what I refer to as a reverse baseball. The helmet is your typical helmet, but a hurley, also known as a hurling stick, or if you want to get fancy, a kaman, is a stick traditionally made out of ashwood. Only the wood closest to the roots of the tree can be used by a craftsman to make a hurley, because it is the densest and most sturdy part of the tree. But nowadays, you can find hurleys made out of bamboo and even synthetic material. My own hurley is made out of ashwood, and my father's stick, which was jokingly dubbed the Warhammer, is a wooden stick that was broke and is now bonded with a metal plate. Choosing your own hurley depends on your height and your budget. They can range anywhere from 18 inches to 38 inches long with a rounded base. A goalkeeper's hurl can also have a larger base than the rest of the players. Your hurley should come up to about hip height, but the next thing to worry about is the price. They can range anywhere from $60 to well over $200. Depending on your style of play and the craftsmanship of your stick, you may be replacing it quite frequently due to breakage. I've seen several hurleys broken in-game. A traditional ball, or a slitar, has a cork center and then is bound in wool and topped off with a layer of leather. As you can see, along with my previous statement, it looks like a reverse baseball, with the seams puckered on the outside. In America, the largest playing field you will find is most likely a football field that is 100 yards long by 53 1/3 yard wide. But a hurling field is 150 yards long by 90 yards wide, more than 2.5 times the total area. Each end has a goalpost 21 feet tall and 21 feet wide, with a crossbar about 8 feet off the ground. You can score points by passing the ball on either side of the crossbar for different amounts. A goal made under the crossbar is equivalent to 3 points, and a goal made over the crossbar is only 1. Traveling up and down the field can be challenging because you are limited to bouncing the ball on your hurley, hand passing, kicking the ball, or hitting the ball with your hurley. Bouncing the ball on your hurley is not something everyone can do, especially when you're running full speed down a field while trying to avoid 15 opposing players. Hand passing is when you strike the ball with an open palm in an upward motion and is used for small ball movement. Hitting the ball with your hurley can be done multiple ways. One way is by treating the hurley like a baseball bat and sending it flying down the field. The more stable way of striking the ball while in the air is by swinging the hurley in a J shape, making the ball fly in an arc. The third way is by hitting the ball off the ground, similar to golf, and when done correctly, can be passed several times in tandem with other players. There are 15 players on the field in a standard game, split between forwards, midfielders, defenders, and a goalkeeper. The rest of the players will typically be split between 3 fullbacks, 3 halfbacks, 2 midfielders, 3 half forwards, and 3 full forwards, with only 5 substitutions made per game. Of course, medical substitutions exempted. In an official match, you can find 2 referees on field who will start and stop play, keep track of score, and noting infractions. There will be 2 linemen who confer with referees and keep track of ball possessions, and 2 umpires at either end who decide how much a goal was worth, determined by flags. Your average game of hurling will last 60 minutes without overage, consisting of 15-minute quarters. It is a fast-paced game with no timeouts or breakage during playtime, with the clock always running. There are 7 technical fouls, including picking the ball straight off the ground, throwing the ball instead of a hand pass, catching the ball, going more than 4 steps with the ball in hand, catching the ball 3 times in a row without it touching the ground, passing the ball from one hand to the other, hand passing a goal, and chopping, which is a slashing downwards movement on another player's hurl. Depending on where the foul is called on field, the other team can be rewarded The other team can receive a puck out from the goal, a free hit from the 65 line, a sideline cut, or a free shot at the goal. Hurling is a pretty physical sport, but it does not allow grappling, jersey pulling, pushing, or tripping. You can hip check, block by swinging a hurl with your own, hook your own on someone else's swinging hurl, or shoulder check. But because hurling is a high-contact sport, injuries are a common sight, ranging from small bruises and abrasions to broken bones and head traumas. Such injuries can run rampant due to limited amount of protection worn and the experience level of the players. I myself have been whacked in the face by a Hurley before, and it was not fun. When I first started playing hurling, I was a nervous wreck because there was only going to be one other girl and everyone else was older than me, including my dad, who plays. Everyone is still older than me, minus the players' kids who show up every now and then. And I'm still nervous because, I'm not gonna lie, unless it's fighting for the ball, kind of suck. But it's something that brings me joy and gets me out of the house during the weekend when I wouldn't even leave my room or the couch. Hurling has forced me to try and open myself more and meet people who don't go to my school. And I think that's something I can take with me into the future. Thank you.